Angie more so than I, because she's the one who's normally out and about with all 5 of them at the store or whatever. We get some pretty nasty comments. Have you guys ever gotten nasty comments from total strangers that are way too I'll start, because if you're thinking of one, I had a woman who said to me, a woman I had never met before in my life, right? Who I was there with all the kids, and she said it joking. There's always like a little giggle about it or whatever. But she said, "Y'all must not have a TV."
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Not to me, but I've heard people say it to people with more kids than me.
And it's I don't like to share details of my sex life with strangers, believe it or not.
You don't?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not about to share them on the radio either, but I have been blown away. And that's, I have 5 kids. We have friends who have 7 kids, 8 kids, 9 kids, right? It is such a bizarre thing that we live in a society where people feel the need to say something to you, to some woman who's out with all of her children, clearly like trying to accomplish things in the world. She realizes that it's a distraction or that it can be irritating to other people, but she's doing it because she's a good mom, right? And she's open to life and all these things. So she's got all these kids and she's got them all with her. It has just always blown my mind, the fact that people think that it's their place to say something.
That they're comfortable saying it too out loud. It's like, I mean, I can understand.
It's one thing to think it,
but to say it out loud, like, okay, thank you for saying that.
What do you think that they're going to respond with?
Right.
Like, what are you expecting?
I think I can say this on the radio. This is the best response I've ever heard. And it was a buddy of mine, and he told me this story. It was pretty good. They said something like, "Don't you have a TV?" Or I think
don't
it was
you know how that happens.
Yeah, I've heard. Don't you know how that happens? Yep. But the response was, "If you like watching TV more than what we did to make those, you're doing it wrong."
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah, it was kind of intense, but yeah, it is spicy. That's a good word for it. Yeah, I don't know. We've had multiple times in restaurants and stuff too. Just the looks and the glare, and it's like we're at a freaking Applebee's, lady. Like, did you think you were just
eat your chips and mind your own business?
Just be quiet. Like, my kids aren't climbing over the bar. They're
I was
not
going to say
around.
You have mostly girls, so they're probably
they're
calm.
pretty chill. But they make noise. They especially when they're toddlers, right? Going back to the toddler thing.
I mean, for me, especially when I had the 3 boys when they were all young, I got a lot of, "Man, you've got your hands full," or "Are they triplets?" Because people thought they were triplets because they were so close together. And I'm like, well, it's twins and then one more. Personally, for me, and I think in general for our family, we've mostly only received more positive comments.
That's
I feel
awesome.
like out in public.
Praise God, yeah.
So that's nice. And I can I'm pretty confident I haven't had any of the crude comments, so I'm grateful for that. But I know lots of people that it has happened to. So,
right.
And I've heard it like in front of I've heard other people have those comments thrown at them, and I'm like, oh, that would feel really icky,
It's pretty gross. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
No. If you see a big family, say you have a beautiful family, and that's it. That's all you need to say.
It has made it so I always make a special effort, especially if I'm by myself and it's clear I'm not in the same boat, of being like, praise God, what an awesome group of kids. Congratulations, guys. Keep it up. Something like that. Maybe not keep it up. That could be taken away.
Keep it up.
But
thanks for your stamp of approval, random stranger.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this clip. If you enjoyed what you're seeing here, make sure you go and watch the whole video down below. Make sure you like and subscribe and share it with anybody else who you think might be interested.